I just kind of want to tap in and get a little better understanding on what you're saying when you're saying about where we are today and what are our plans to prepare for winter is coming. And just kind of give you a background of what I have going on and to figure out, am I on the right path to prepare for the winter that's coming?
Well, do you what do you want as an outcome for your life regarding socially, a man?
A man, I want a partnership that we
Does
can
that
build
mean
with.
a husband?
Yes, a husband.
Okay.
That's
Well,
definitely
what,
my
what I'm gonna what
dream.
I'm gonna need you ladies to start doing is stop calling. I'm gonna need you to stop diminishing marriage into partnerships and calling it marriage. You go into
Okay.
partnership with businesses. You just start calling. I'm just saying, not to you, but I think we diminish these titles so much. Just like when I see people calling themselves CEOs of of a sole proprietorship. You're not a goddamn CEO.
Well, I was thinking that marriage was a partnership. I mean, I get understanding when
But
you
it's not,
say
but that's
that.
the problem. It's not okay. But by calling him okay, so when you're married, do you mind if he calls you his old lady, his chick?
No, no, not once we get to the point of
Why?
marriage.
You want to be called a wife?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So you that title marries matters. Oh,
Yes,
okay. So you do understand the difference.
I do.
Thanks. That's all I'm trying to say. But you want to be married. That's all I'm trying
Yes.
to get. You see the fact that we got to do that. Let me just say this: Black people, we need to overperform in formality and respect. We are far too informal with each other.
Right.
So you want a marriage and a husband. What else would you like?
Um, in terms of out of the marriage,
Well,
or just
I'm
kind
just
of
trying
like
to
life.
understand big picture. What do you want? Because most of you, okay, I just want to understand what the outcome is. You a marriage? Do you want children?
Yes, I actually have three, Kevin.
How many fathers?
Two.
Have you been married before?
No, sir.
Why have you chosen not to marry any of the fathers of your children?
Well, I have a 20-year-old and I have an 18-year-old,
Why
and they
have you
have the
chosen
same.
not to marry the father of any of your children?
Well, we were close to marriage with my first child, my first two kids' fathers.
What does that mean?
Um,
What does close to marriage mean?
we were entertaining the idea. We were both open to it.
No, no, no. You
Um,
already had children.
we had children together.
Did he want to marry you?
Yes, he did.
So I don't see. Now it's about to get hard. I hate it when you ladies come in and do this bullshit. You already had two human beings.
Yes,
And you talk about entertaining marriage. You should have entertained marriage before you entertained motherhood.
right. Well, we're learning. Can I
I
grow?
get
Can
it.
I learn?
Well, unfortunately, yes, but it may be too late. Because if you're still talking about marriage as a partnership, and at 37 years old, you're still using words like I would expect a young girl to use, like I entertain marriage instead of saying I want a husband and I want to be a husband, I want to be a wife, I want additional kids, and I have three children by two different men, and I blew those relationships because I wasn't woman enough to walk down the aisle. That's what men really want to hear from y'all, other than
Right.
this bullshit y'all come through here and
And
talk.
and you know what, Kevin? I really saw myself so much in when you stated that our culture of women are scared, operating in fear.
Mhm.
And I think that's what has been my problem, because marriage has not been a hard thing for me. If I
How old is
had
your
not
youngest
been,
child?
he's 8.
Why did you? Okay, so you were almost 30 when you had that child. Why didn't you marry his father?
That was more so of something that just kind of moved fast. Um, I don't think
Now
he could.
you know good and damn well I'm not going to accept that. Why would you even come
That's
in me? Why would you even come in me with the it move fast? What did I ask
Why didn't we get married?
Right.
I wasn't interested in a marriage with him, Kevin.
Why were you interested in having this baby?
She's looking dead at me, Kevin.
Well, okay. She needs to know the truth so she doesn't do this too.
She's definitely not going to do this.
No, I'm talking to you. You were not interested in marrying him, but why'd you have his baby?
Because it happened.
It didn't happen, ma'am. You were 30 years old having unprotected sex. You already had 2 children. You, more than any other woman on the planet, knows the outcome.
Right.
And why am I being this dip harder? Because you talking about you want a husband. No, you're looking for a stepfather. Any man who will marry you will be a stepfather. And a woman like you who can't take accountability.
I haven't not taken accountability.
No, you haven't in this conversation. You just said
have.
it just happened.
No,
you just said it just happened. Okay, ma'am. Maybe that. Okay, maybe to you that's taking accountability.
Okay, what could I have said that made it sound like accountability to you?
I was still more willing to be a mother than a wife, so I was having unprotected sex with a man who's not a husband.
Okay. Well, I apologize for not working.
Well, I'm just saying that's like the truth. Why was he good?
I agree.
Okay, but my thing is, why have unprotected sex with a man like that? If you don't have sex with him, have sex with him. But why reproduce with him?
Because if it happens, what am I?
It didn't just happen.
We had sex. I got pregnant, and I made the decision, like you just said, to go ahead and be a mother to somebody that I knew was not a potential husband. And I made a mistake. So we are here today at 37, and I'm trusting your expertise to listen and learn.
Man, it didn't just happen. It didn't just happen. You were a mother of 2 children.
3.
You were a mother of 2 before you got pregnant with this child. You were in a sexual relationship with a man who was not of the caliber of man you would become a wife for. True or false? True or false?
True.
Then you choosing to have unprotected sex with that man did not just happen. That was a choice. Every time whatever position you guys chose, unprotected sex. How can so many other women on the planet choose to have sex with some of the worst of the worst men and not walk away with a baby? Because they choose to get contraception. They choose to not have babies with men. 33 forms of birth control available to 30-year-old women. It did not just happen. And any man that you will be talking about, you want to learn from, he's listening to this, and I would say, brother, what are you trying to say to this man? He'll be like, you're not taking any accountability. It just happened. It just happened.
Well, maybe I didn't word that correctly, but I have no problem with taking accountability.
Okay. All right, let's move
forward. So I apologize for not wording.
Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
Take accountability.
Let's move forward. How about this then? How about this? Why do you want to get married now?
Because I feel like that's something that I deserve to experience. That's I feel like I have value to bring to our Black men in the community. I feel like I have a lot to offer, despite the mistakes that I had made. And that is why I am here, willing to have this conversation with you, because a lot of times, some of the things that I have been through, you mark us out for that. And I don't feel like that is fair or true.
Whoa. What is going on with my computer? A lot of things that I mark you out for.
Like in general.
I don't mark you out for anything.
Well, a lot of times you say
No, ma'am. I'm talking.
single
No,
women
no, no,
at
no, no, no.
37.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm look. I don't mark you out for anything. I just now talk to you. I don't know you. Okay.
Well, generally speaking, I mean, I put myself in a category with women in general that
Mm-hmm.
have the same thing where they have mistakes that they have made, taking accountability
Ma'am,
for not
but
doing
the
things the
thing
right
is,
way.
okay, ma'am.
But
Thing is, you say you're taking accountability, okay, and maybe this is the most accountability you've ever taken, but this is not accountability. You're saying that it just happened. That is not accountability. That is not accountability, man.
what
Ma'am, if your
well,
child came
Kevin,
home
I
with it, if
said
your
I
child came
apologize
home
for
with it,
not wording it
ma'am,
the way that you want me to word it.
if your child came home with an F in a subject and told you it just happened, but I'm trying to get you to understand. Hold on.
That wouldn't fly. That wouldn't fly.
Right, it wouldn't fly.
You're right.
Okay, so
Absolutely not.
hold on just a second. Just a second.
Ronnie, go in your room and close your door.
Yeah. So, and that's all I'm trying to get ladies like you to understand that when you're saying you're taking accountability, it doesn't seem like accountability to us. It sounds like you're still blaming uh, men, or not necessarily blaming men, but it's like, hold on, guys, we're having a little technical difficulty here. I gotta shut some of this down. Okay, you didn't marry your other child's father, so and you said you want to get married
No,
because
sir.
you feel like it's something you deserve, right?
Right. And whoever I marry, I feel like that's
Well,
something
what do you
I
mean?
feel
See,
like I'm
but
something that
what men don't understand is how are you deserving of what do you mean you feel like it's something you deserve? What is that? I don't understand what that means.
you don't feel like you deserve marriage?
I'm talking to you, man. I want you to explain what it means when you say you deserve marriage at almost 40 years old with 3 children from 2 men. Why do you deserve marriage?
Exactly. So that goes back to what you just said. What I was just explaining to you. You put women in a category like me, myself, as if we don't deserve marriage because
No,
of
whoa, whoa, that you don't
the
deserve marriage?
mistakes
You
we've
haven't
made,
prioritized marriage.
the decisions that
You
we've
haven't
made with the children.
prioritized marriage.
And I don't feel like that's fair.
You haven't prioritized marriage.
So why would I not deserve marriage
You haven't prioritized marriage.
of those situations? My children
This is insane. This is insane.
at 37.
This woman is insane.
Does that count us out?
Yep. Certainly does. Counts you out. Yep, certainly does.
Would it count a man out?
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you.
Relationship
We're not talking about a
that
man. We're not talking about a man. We're
had
talking about.
children,
We're not talking
and
about a man.
now
No, no,
they're
no.
in
We're
their
not talking
30s
about. We're not talking about a
and
man.
want a
We're
wife?
not talking about a man. We're talking about you.
Is that going to count them out?
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. Star, you have 10 seconds to get your shit together.
Got it together, Kevin.
Good. Why do you think you deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids and you didn't require marriage to have 3 kids?
Why would I not deserve a
No, no,
marriage?
no, no, no.
regardless
See,
of
that's not
kids
how
and
you
my
answer.
age?
That's not how you answer a question. You answer a question. You don't answer a question with a question. Why would you deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids from 2 dudes and you didn't require marriage to make 1, 2, or 3 children? Why would you deserve it?
because regardless of the mistakes I've made, I have grew. And I still feel like I deserve a chance, regardless. I wasn't saying that
You haven't said
a man,
why you said why you want it. Why do you deserve it?
because I have a lot to offer, Kevin, just because I
Then
made a
tell us.
mistake with
Then tell
children.
us. Then tell us. You said you deserve. Then you start trying to put a bunch of bullshit on me. I'm going to challenge your bullshit. Why do you deserve?
I deserve it because I feel like I have a lot of value. I feel like I am a good woman that a Black man should and could have in his life.
Then why
I
didn't you?
feel like
Then why
my
didn't you? If
children
you, how
also
long have you
deserve
felt
it.
this way? How long have you felt this way?
Um, maybe since I was about 30. Before 30, I don't think I was interested in marriage, Kevin. Like I definitely consider myself saved. But
How old is
marriage
your
is one
youngest
thing
child?
that, sir,
How old is your youngest child?
she's 8.
So before 30, you didn't deserve
I
any.
wasn't interested in it.
All right, but see, ma'am, you gotta understand something. What you did before 30 matters.
Right.
Why does a woman who loves her children and raises, why does a mother and father who love their children, who raise a productive, competitive, successful Black man, a stable, functioning son, why does he deserve to become your husband, stepfather to 3 children from 2 dudes, and the last one you didn't even want to marry? Why does that man have to take that instead
Why
of going
does
to get?
that man have
Oh
to be
yes,
even
listen. Oh yeah.
considered?
Instead, no. See, that's what not you're not gonna fucking do that.
So you gonna let
You're
me
not
know when
going
I
to
get a
do
chance to
that.
answer?
You're not going to do that. You're going to answer the question the way I formulate it, or I am. It's going to be a very bad day. I get really pissed off when you ladies try to answer questions with questions because you're trying to be smart and snarky. Then I
Okay, so
snap.
maybe okay, let me reword it then, Kevin. I apologize.
Well, that's not even proper, ma'am. You don't. If you're okay, let's back down. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I provide home care service. I have my own home care business. I'm a personal trainer, and I'm also getting ready to graduate nursing school December.
So, where in the world, in business, when someone in a position of authority or position of power, they ask you to do something or ask you a question, and you turn around and ask them a question to respond to the question? You don't. You do that with Black men. You don't deserve shit.
I do deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve exactly what you got. Nothing.
Kevin, don't be like that
I'm
because you
being
just
like that because I've sat here and listened to you talk about what you deserve.
you haven't even seen my
Man,
video.
I've put you on so many different times, and I've said, and I'm sitting here advocating for men,
And we was
and I'm
delayed
sitting
the
here trying to
first time.
understand. I'm trying
Can
to
we
understand
start
why.
back?
Okay, I got
Because
something.
we
Okay,
was delayed the first time. You didn't
I'm
even give
trying to
me time to
understand why
answer.
somebody needs to raise their son to end up dealing with you. Why someone would deserve you as a daughter-in-law?
Because I'm an asset. I'm not a liability.
How?
Regardless
You're
if
not
my
an
children
asset. You
know
have
that.
3 children. There's nothing about this as an asset. Look at this. This is more that I am a queen because I found Jesus after I had 3 kids. It doesn't matter. It matters to men who have a choice. It matters. I had sex with a man that I wouldn't even consider making. I wouldn't want to marry him, but it was good enough for the sex. Then you think a man who's worth his salt needs to come out and be a stepfather to that? Black women, this is what I need you to understand. This is what they think your sons deserve. This is what they think your sons deserve. Leftovers. Because she just decided to get You have not heard this woman take any accountability, the least bit of humility, And think about it, she's probably on her best behavior on this. Can you imagine what happens when she feels like she's your equal?
I'll make you famous.
This is what they think you deserve, black man. I'm going to go do what I want to. And because I say, well, I deserve better now, I've got it together now. That's what you deserve. Buy a dog. Die alone. Because as long as I am here, I am going to stand 10 toes down and advocate for men. Men have been told we have to put up with this and tolerate this and cow to this. And not once do you hear women like her even come in saying, I deserve. What do you bring? I'm an asset. I'm a this. I'm a that. How? Because I found Jesus and I feel like I'm deserving now. Okay, great. In what ways? Well, you tell me what ways. Black man, you deserve better. And I will continue to say, men, you deserve better. That's why they don't like me. That's why they want the petition to remove him and get out of here. And da, 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 da. But yet they don't consider that to be violence. They don't consider that to be abuse. They don't consider any of the stuff they come on here talking about men to be anything other than what you deserve. If you was a man, you'd put up. If you was a man, you'd stand for it. If you was a man, you'd deal with it. What about the men you had kids for? Oh, well, I had an itch I need to scratch. They don't count. You pay the bill, though.
Run away! Run away!
She belongs to the streets.
10 toes. That's why I say everybody listen to me about high value men, but I don't believe that average men deserve subpar women. I don't believe that average men deserve women who think that after they've done everything they want to do in their life, that they get to come over here and question why you need to get out there and break your back and provide for them like those are your kids in wintertime.
Winter is coming.
Not once did this woman come out and say, you know what? At 37 years old, I realized that I was selfish, self-centered, full of myself, out here living life, doing my thing. I made my mistakes. Everybody does. But now I found the Lord. Now more grace and more mercy. Now I want to sit down and be humble. I want to work with a man. I want to serve a man. I want to actually have a better second half of my life than the first half of my life. And this is what I want to do for that man. If he would be willing to partner with me and take on the responsibility of being a stepfather to another man's child, even though I didn't make the best decision, I'm willing. None of that. None of that. It's just, she's all in a